Mr. Amend, could you go let them know we're ready for them? Just right out in the hall, thank you. Graham, when you see them come in, go ahead and start. Or do you need me to see them for you? Okay. On Friday, we'll stand and welcome them, but for the sake of space, we're going to sit and let them march in. So I won't ask you to stand for this. You'd think it was a really, really long hallway, wouldn't you? Thank you, Graham. Can you join your class? I think you're going back by Gavin, Graham. This is Graham Ormerod. He's one of our graduating seniors. He's heading to Williams. Thank you. Good evening, everybody. It's my pleasure to welcome you to Scholarship Night for the graduating class of 2024. Graduates, congratulations. This is big. Couple of quick reminders. First, please silence your cell phones. We welcome lots of pictures. In the event that you want to run up, do so, but just keep in mind traffic patterns, so if you want to get close to take pictures, feel free to. The bathrooms are in the main lobby. And in the very unlikely event that we might hear a fire alarm for the 4th time today, so the students got to go outside 4 times. Do you guys know we email your parents, or 3 times we email your parents every time it happens? So they know what's going on too. Our exits are out there on both sides and up here. We have to tell you where to gather, so we will gather in the front parking lot. I don't believe we're gonna have to worry about that, but it was a busy day at Keene High. All right, let me get going. First of all, I'd like to thank the donors, many of whom are here with us presenting today. It's through your generosity and through the generosity of the Keene trustees of the Trust Fund that we'll be distributing almost $365,000 to these 78 graduates tonight. Keene and the surrounding communities are very generous to our graduates. Mr. Town, are you here? Mr. Town is back there, the director of the Cheshire Career Center. He did his celebration last week. What was the approximate donation you gave away last week? We'll have that number for you next year. As I was counting, I'm guessing it was substantial as well. We very much appreciate the support that the community gives to our students and to you. I'm sure you guys thank them as well. Thank you to the staff that have made this take place. Special shout out to Ginny Soma for greeting everybody, Jess Russ and the Scholarship Committee. I want to acknowledge all of the staff that have been a part of the behind the scenes getting this organized. It does amaze me that our communities have pulled together this amount of money together for our graduates, and I'm grateful on their behalf. Do we have Ben and Sophie here? Oh, we had student ushers, but I'm not sure that they're here. Is Sophie and Ben out there? Oh, there you are. There's Ben and Sophie. They're our ushers. They were passing out programs. Special shout out to you guys. Thank you. They'll be joining us up here next year as scholarship recipients, I'm sure. And finally, to the seniors. Congratulations, you guys. You've earned every opportunity that you're going to receive tonight. I'm looking forward to tomorrow, Salmagundi with all of you, 8:40 in the small gym with your caps and gowns. And I'm especially looking forward to Friday, of which I haven't made the decision yet. All right. I know everybody's excited to know about Friday. We'll get there. Presenters, this is a little bit of logistics. We don't do introductions in between. If you can keep track of the program, and we'll just line you up, you'll come across, you'll meet with Ginny, she'll make sure you have it if you don't have what you have first. And with that, it's my pleasure to get us going. I'm going to invite up as our first presenters the members of the trustees of the Trust Fund, Tony Tremblay, Jane Strabley, and Bob Mucha? Muha. Thank you.
Good evening, Keene High School class of 2024. It is my privilege to open this evening's award ceremony on behalf of the Keene School District Trustees of Trust Funds. For decades now, our community has demonstrated its commitment to our graduating seniors by supporting numerous scholarships and other awards that enable our Keene High School and Cheshire Career Center graduates to continue their education after they leave Keene High. The Keene School District Trustees of Trust Funds oversee more than 50 philanthropic trusts that have been established to support these scholarships and other types of awards that help strengthen programming in our public schools. Most of these trusts bear the name of an individual in whose honor they were established, a former educator in our school system, a valued community leader, a student or a recent graduate lost at an early age, often in very tragic circumstances. We trustees have been concerned that the stories of these individuals should be preserved so that our scholarship recipients and the entire community can realize just how caring and supportive the community has been and continues to be. Over the years, literally thousands of donors have given to one or another of these funds, and this evening, the 2024 graduates will be the beneficiaries of their generosity. The oldest trust is the Charles A. Jones Trust, which was established in 1928. Today, this trust supports 3 scholarships, one each to the class valedictorian, the class salutatorian, and the student voted by faculty as most improved. The largest trust, is the Fuller Bartlett Educational Fund. This evening, this fund will provide 7 new Fuller Bartlett scholarships, each of which will provide the recipient with a grant of $5,000 a year for 4 years. This means that come September, there will be 32 new and renewing Fuller Bartlett scholars pursuing their undergraduate degrees at colleges and universities all over the country. This evening, each scholarship recipient, at least those that are supported by one of our 50 trusts, will receive a copy of a brand new publication from the trustees that tells the story of all of these wonderful individuals who are memorialized through the Keene School District Trust Funds. The book is entitled Creating Pathways, The Gift of Education from a Caring Community. We hope you and your families will look through this book, find the story related to your scholarship award, and realize how fortunate we all are that so many kind and giving individuals have cared enough to make your scholarship possible. On behalf of my fellow trustees, Mr. Robert Muhar, Ms. Jane Stabler, we wish you the very best, and we look forward to following you as you move on to seize the opportunities that await you as you leave Keene High. Congratulations.
Looks like I'm first, and I will be starting with the Charles Jones Awards for the valedictorian and the salutatorian. This award is presented annually to the valedictorian and the salutatorian. Congratulations to Keene High's class of 2024 valedictorian Jacob Friedman. And now I'd like to invite up our salutatorian, Miss Beckley Worcester. The Henry Lichtman Class of 1927 Abraham Lincoln Essay Award was established by Henry Lichtman to honor the life of an outstanding American president, whose life was a source of inspiration to Mr. Lichtman, and who also gave strength and courage to overcome the obstacles he faced when achieving his goal to become an attorney. This year's winning essay was written by Gavin Rigby. Gavin will now read his essay.
All right. Always bear in mind that your own resolution to succeed is more important than any other one thing. It's a quote from Abraham Lincoln in his letter to Judge Isham Rivas, dated November 5th, 1855. The path to accomplishment is not always easy. There is no shortcut to achievement, no instant success. Abraham Lincoln did not cement his legacy as the greatest American president by sitting idly by and waiting for opportunity to come to him. Many renowned leaders are blessed from birth. They are given distinct advantages, inheriting wealth and status from their family. This head start provides them an easier path to success. Conflict is minimal, as their progress is enabled and guided by what they've always had: power. Lincoln was not so fortunate. Famously born in a small log cabin, Abe Lincoln started in the dirt, literally. He helped support his family by completing chores, and at 17, by working on a ferry boat. His father, Thomas, was illiterate. Abe had to fight for what he wanted in life, and his determined mind wanted more than to be a simple farmer like his father. Lincoln's tenacity and dedication to learning continually shone through. He took initiative, teaching himself to read and write, using dirtied copies of Aesop's Fables and Robinson Crusoe. When his family moved to Illinois, Lincoln's unique combination of striking physical strength, advanced intelligence, good-natured demeanor, and integrity made Honest Abe popular and well-respected. No one told Lincoln to uphold such high moral character. No one told him to dedicate himself so deeply to his studies. His own resolve from deep inside was what drove him to attain his goals. But Lincoln's ambition did not always result in triumph. His first attempt at running for state legislature failed. Soon after, he lost his job, went bankrupt, lost his love, and had an extreme nervous breakdown. Lincoln had all the reasons in the world to give up and quit, but he kept going. He ran for more offices: Speaker of State Legislature, elector, senator, and lost each time. Still, he persevered and continued his career. He was elected senator in 1834, but still troubles lay ahead. Finally, in 1860, Abraham Lincoln was elected President of the United States, and the rest, quite literally, is history. Lincoln's leadership during the Civil War and his role in the emancipation and empowerment of African Americans is a superlative moment in the history of our country. If he had conceded and surrendered, the United States would not have made such significant progress forward in the fight for equality. Lincoln illustrates the influential outcomes that can happen with perseverance and resilience. Not everyone can be Abraham Lincoln, but we can all learn from the legacy he left for America. Lincoln's legacy can inspire us to always continue onward and stand tall in the face of challenges, to treat all with dignity, and to find passion in pursuing our desires. The characteristics that defined Abraham Lincoln's life reflect the ideal values for the country of the United States of America, and that will continue to inspire Americans as long as the stars and stripes fly.
Good evening. I'm Will Phillips. I'm the staff attorney for the New Hampshire School Boards Association. NHSBA is pleased to offer a yearly scholarship program designed to encourage and support student achievement. We provide 5 awards of $2,000 each in 5 of the statewide regions. These scholarships are available to the children or grandchildren of school board members serving in New Hampshire school districts, whose districts are also a member of the School Boards Association. Factors considered for award winners are academic achievement, active participation in school-sponsored and extracurricular activities, and an essay on the topic of steps that my local school board can take to promote student achievement. NHSBA is pleased to announce that Keene High School senior Graham Omerod is the winner of the 2024 NHSBA Student Scholarship for the Southwest region. Somebody spelled it wrong here. Graham is the son of Keene School Board member Raleigh Omerod, and we thank him for his service as well. In addition to they repeated that twice too. Okay, Graham's academic accomplishments are numerous. He has maintained an outstanding grade point average while taking many rigorous honors and advanced placement courses. In addition to being an excellent student, Graham is also engaged in numerous extracurricular and community-based activities, including, among others, concert and marching band, jazz ensemble, FIRST Robotics, and the National Honor Society. Please join me in congratulating Graham Omerod for this year's scholarship. Thank you.
Whenever there's someone missing, you'll see me jump up. So I'm presenting right now on behalf of the Keene Police Officers Association. This scholarship goes to somebody with a strong academic background and a successful promise for future endeavors. This year's Keene Police Officer Scholarship goes to Yaron Asker. I'm doing a lot. Now I'm presenting for the professional firefighters. The first scholarship goes to Trinity Williamson. The second scholarship goes to Adrian Gigello Roy. For those of you that were watching on Instagram, those are the ones that were delivered by the fire truck that day.
Good evening and congratulations to the class of 2024. The American Legion was chartered and incorporated by Congress in 1919 as a patriotic veterans organization committed to mutual helpfulness. It is our nation's largest veterans service organization committed to mentoring youth and sponsorship of wholesome programs in our communities. On behalf of Keene American Legion, Gordon Bissell, post number 4, we thank you for allowing us to be part of this very exciting evening. It is with great pleasure that we can sponsor 3 $1,000 scholarships to Keene High School graduating seniors this year. We had many scholarship applications this year from many wonderful and impressive seniors, and it was very difficult to choose just 3. The criteria used to select this year's recipients is based on their school and community activity, recommendations from teachers and counselors, academic records, and financial need. We are very pleased to announce an award this year's scholarships to Cameron Quayle, Taylor Swift, and Savannah Evans.
Each year, the American Legion Auxiliary Committee looks for high school seniors with a family member who is a part of the American Legion family or has a relative on active duty or retired military. This year, we're lucky to be able to present 2 seniors with connections to both. I'm pleased to present the American Legion Auxiliary Scholarship to Gracie Audette and Haley Nelson.
Good evening. I'm Lieutenant Rockwell from the little town of Stoddard. If anybody doesn't know where that is, you go about 15 miles north on Route 9. 10 years ago, we lost our captain to a really tragic accident, and the family and the department decided to put together a scholarship for a graduating senior from Stoddard. In the past years, we've always tried to give out 2 scholarships. I am pleased to announce that during our committee decision-making process, an anonymous family knocked on the door and came in and said, "What is it that you do? Whatever it is you do, we want to match it." So we have 3 recipients this year. So I would like to just read them all up at once and have them come up. The first one is Elizabeth Bodner. You can come up. You can come up. I'll give you your thing. Next one is Chloe Meyer, excuse me. You can stay. And the last one is Candace Manuel. Thank you. Well, I know Okay. I've lived in this town for 20 years, probably before they were born, and I don't know any of them. Apparently, I haven't got to go to their house for a fire call. Thank you, ladies. Thank you.
Good evening. I am Gloria Ruff, Auxiliary President to VFW Daily Whipple Post 799. Congratulations to the class of 2024. Each year, Keene Daily Whipple Veterans of Foreign Wars selects a student from Keene High School to receive an award to the college or university of their choice to aid in furthering his or her educational opportunities. The VFW recognizes the importance of an educated citizenry and is proud to support deserving youths in their endeavors. Tonight's awardee is strong in academics and extremely musically talented, and it is with great pleasure that I present this year's award to graduating senior Francis Lee Ruff, who I am very proud to call my grandson. Hey. Somebody's got to be taking a picture. Shake my hand here.
Hello, my name is Kimberly O'Brien, and I'm here from Keene Elks Lodge number 927. Each year, our scholarship reviews the applications submitted based on academics, extracurricular activities. Their personal essays have a certain importance, letters from their peers, and financial need. This year, I'm proud to present the 7 recipients, each of them with a $500 scholarship. Aiden Ferris, Charlotte Harris, hi Charlotte, Yaron Asker, Chloe Meyer, Taylor Swift, Jonathan Veith, and last, Beckley Worcester.
Good evening. I'm Pamela Prentice, and I am delighted to be here this evening representing the LCS Foundation Scholarship Committee. The Ladies Charitable Society of Keene began in 1815 as a women's sewing society whose members paid dues of 1 cent per week. The women made clothing, blankets, and other necessities for those in need, and they would also provide wood, coal, and food where needed in the community. Today, an impressive 209 years later, the LCS Foundation is still thriving. The society continues to provide small grants to local charities, but also has shifted to material goods to scholarships aid. The Keene High graduates who seek a 4-year degree from one of the public New Hampshire colleges are eligible to apply. The annual LCS Foundation Scholarship is $5,000 and can be renewed for 3 consecutive years based on continuing financial need and academic success. Tonight, I am pleased to present 2 $5,000 scholarships and 2 one-time grants, one of $1,500 and one of $1,000. Our scholarship winners are Peter Brown and Susanna Evans, and our grant winners are Sarah Guile and Gabriel Castor. Would you guys mind having your picture taken? Okay. All right. Pete.
I am pleased to present the Lisa Henkel Memorial Scholarship in honor of my sister, who was a proud member of the Keene High School class of 1988. When Lisa passed away in 2010 at the age of 40, funds she left were dedicated to a Keene High School scholarship. The Lisa Henkel Memorial Scholarship benefits a worthy and needy student who has demonstrated a willingness to work hard at his or her studies and has a concern for the well-being of the community. Special consideration shall be given to a student who has shown significant improvement in
Welcome back. This is part 2 of Scholarship Night. I apologize for that. When you have an alarm system that goes off, you have to make a declaration as a principal that it's an emergency. So therefore, when I just yelled at them, "Why the heck are you fixing it now?" they said, "It's your fault, it's an emergency." So I apologize for that, but we do need to get this straightened out so that we're not having to experience this with other big crowds again. So seniors, I'm very sorry that interrupted your event. I'd like to welcome you back to the stage. I think you were right in the middle.
So when I was a Keene High student, I remember taking a public speaking class and being told, "Don't make your presentation memorable for the wrong reasons." So the Lisa Henkel Memorial Scholarship benefits a worthy and needy student who has demonstrated a willingness to work hard at his or her studies and has a concern for the well-being of the community. Special consideration shall be given to a student who has shown significant improvement in mathematics while at Keene High. The 2024 recipient was described by her math teacher as determined to not only succeed, but to learn. Not only did she put in a full effort into her assignments, but she also made sure she would help her peers as much as possible. She also served in the student council, was a member of the Spanish club, and the Interact Club board of directors. But perhaps most impressive, she did this while dancing at an elite level, including summer intensives with the Pittsburgh Ballet and the Boston Conservancy. Most recently, you may know her from her starring role as Alice in Wonderland. I am proud to present the 2024 Lisa K. Henkel Memorial Scholarship to Tessa Minahan.
If you were here last year, this speech is going to sound awful familiar to you. I'm Fred Lauer, father of Brian and Regan Lauer, for whom this memorial scholarship is named. My wife Judy and I had 5 children who all attended Keene High School: Ryan, Renee, Raquel, Reagan, and Regan. As you can see, we get stuck on the R's. 62 years ago this week, I was fortunate enough to have received a scholarship here at KHS to further my education, and it was a life changer for me. I hope it will be one for you as well. I've been instructed to keep this short as possible, which I'm going to do. But I just want to tell you that with patience and perseverance, you too can be successful in life. It doesn't happen overnight. It takes time and commitment. Our son Reagan, who is Regan's twin brother, and his wife Heather, would like to take this opportunity to give back to the community and honor our family members who have passed on. They're here tonight. Would you like to stand up? From little old Keene, New Hampshire, Reagan is now president of a large insurance company, but it took 28 years of hard work and dedication to get there. This year, we're giving out 5 $2,000 scholarships. We'll have a group photo like the other ones did, so make it easier on my daughter who's going to take a picture. Okay, from Surrey, New Hampshire, Gabriel Castor. From Winchester, Sarah Guile. From Marlow, Jonathan Beef. Stay up here, John. From Spofford, Trinity Williamson. And from Keene, you probably know. Probably do you think she doesn't need the money because she's pretty famous and you heard she makes billions, but this is the original Taylor Swift from Keene.
Hello, my name is Andrea Parkhurst, and I'm here representing the William Marconi Italian Club. Each year, the William Marconi Italian Club, a nonprofit social club, gives scholarships to children, stepchildren, and grandchildren of active members of the club. This year, the board decided that due to increased costs, we would increase the scholarships $2,000 apiece. This year, we have 2 recipients at Keene High School. The first is looking to attend the University of Vermont, looking to get her degree and eventually run her own business. Congratulations to Ella Hoy. The second recipient is looking to attend the University of Northwest Ohio to pursue her interests in racing and potentially work for NASCAR. Congratulations to Aliyah Tacey. Congratulations to this year's 2 recipients at Keene High School.
Good evening and congratulations, class of 2024. I am Cynthia Rodier from the Old Homestead Garden Club, who this month has just completed 90 years as your local garden club. And we are open to residents of Swansea, Richmond, and Keene. Each year, we try to give away 2 $1,000 scholarships. So I have just a little bit of information about tonight's award recipients. The first one is kind, compassionate, able to digest complex problems quickly and thoroughly, with exceptional levels of analysis, synthesis, and intellectual creativity. She has participated in multiple sports and clubs, including the National Honor Society. She works part-time, and she's received many awards in her high school career. Her personal essay conveyed a love of learning and the desire to take action in the fight to protect our planet and to preserve nature so future children will be able to enjoy it like she was able to do. Out of doors is her favorite place to be. Attending UNH to study environmental conservation and sustainability, we are pleased to award this scholarship to Ava Streed. Congratulations. Thank you so much. Congratulations. Our second recipient, I understand, is a kind and meticulous worker, creative, caring, self-aware, hardworking, a clear and concise communicator, and incredibly passionate about the environment and sustainable living. I get passionate too. Attending State University of New York's College of Environmental Science and Forestry, we are proud to choose Addie Perry for this award. She couldn't be here tonight. She couldn't be here tonight, but Ginny will give her the award. And I just wanted to remind you that the Old Homestead Garden Club encourages a love for gardening, and it promotes conservation of native trees and plants. We aid in community and home plantings. We create an interest in birds and other pollinators, and we provide scholarships to 2 local students graduating. Congratulations, everyone.
Good evening. My name is Janet Jeanette, and I'm pleased to represent the Kiwanis Club of Keene, whose mission is to serve the children of our region. I have the honor to appear on behalf of the late Bob Deverell, who was a member of the Keene Kiwanis Club for many years, and who established a scholarship to be awarded to a graduate planning to pursue a career in the medical field. This year's recipient of the Robert A. Deverell Medical Scholarship was a key player and leader on the softball team, and in a letter of recommendation, one of her teachers wrote, "She is thoughtful and sensitive and will use her caring way to make a difference." This student plans on pursuing a degree in radiology at Southern Maine Community College. It is with great pleasure that I present the Robert A. Deverell Medical Scholarship to Taylor Swift.
The Tracy J. Boyle Memorial Scholarship is awarded each year to 3 graduating senior ladies, one from Dover High School, one from Spalding High School in Rochester, and one here from Keene High, along with Girl Scout camperships. In honor of our daughter, Tracy, who passed away suddenly in December of 2016 from a ruptured brain aneurysm. Dick and I, Tracy's parents, also represent her 2 college-age daughters, her husband, Kevin, as well as Tracy's brother, Matthew Hall, and his family from here in Keene. One of the ways that we chose to celebrate our daughter's life was to create a foundation to carry on her belief in the importance of young women becoming self-sufficient, contributing to their community by mentoring young girls, and working ethically and diligently in their chosen field. Tracy was born in Keene, graduated right here from Keene High School in 1988, and Keene State in 93. She loved music, sang in the A choir, played the piano, and followed the Grateful Dead everywhere. Her unique laugh and ready smile is remembered by her devoted friends and family. Her career path took her to the University of New Hampshire, where she became Director of Finance and Administration in the Facilities Business Center. This year's Keene High recipient is a young woman who exemplifies the drive and spirit that our daughter was known for. She's bright, focused on academics, music, and making the world a better place. Her strong work ethics earned her supervisor responsibilities in a local store. Along with her involvement in music, she's a caring friend with a memorable laugh and will study environmental science in college. On behalf of the many friends and family who chose to honor our daughter's legacy with a donation to her scholarship fund, it is with heartfelt pleasure that we present the 2024 Tracy Jo Hall Boyle Memorial Scholarship to Maggie Delbove.
Hi, soon-to-be graduates. It's wonderful to see you, and I hope you're feeling really proud that you're here tonight. I'm Nancy Heidinger from High Five Adventure Learning Center, and I think most all of you know Mrs. Martha Levine. Yes? The Edge of Leadership is a program of High Five Adventure Learning Center in Brattleboro, Vermont. It's dedicated to helping students and educators develop and refine their leadership skills. Many of you have been through their programs, correct? Good. We offer dynamic programming that allows them to explore and experience adventure as they build connections, grow in self-confidence, and learn essential leadership skills, inspiring them to create positive change in their schools and communities. With generous support from C&S Wholesale Grocers, EOL has nurtured leadership within the Keene schools for over a decade. As part of our ongoing partnership with SAU 29, High Five offers an annual scholarship to a graduating senior who exemplifies our core values of connect, empower, and lead. This scholarship recognizes an emerging leader with an adventurous spirit who embodies these themes in their daily life. This year's recipient, who participated in Mrs. Levine's Adventure Challenge class, was praised by Mrs. Levine as an excellent role model of High Five's Connect, Empower, and Lead motto. An adventurous and highly ambitious student, she'll be studying community business economics at the University of Vermont in the fall and plans to join the UVM Rock Climbing Club. Please join me in congratulating Ella Hoy as this year's High Five Scholarship winner.
Hi, everyone. Congratulations. The Charles R. Jones Most Improved Student Award is given to a graduating senior who is selected by the assistant principals and our principal. This year's recipient is fiercely independent. I would say at times a bit sassy, but that typically comes with being fiercely independent. She's also someone who generally hates to be in the spotlight, so sorry. She has worked extremely hard to reach her goals, whether that's at school or volleyball or just in life. She never, ever gives up. She'll be attending Fitchburg State University in the fall, where she'll be amazing. Congratulations, this year's recipient, Gwen Norman.
Congratulations, graduates. I am Jax Atwood from Chesterfield Lions Club. I used to be an alumni, or I am alumni, I should say, from Keene High School. I'm very happy to say that this year we normally give out 3 scholarships, but due to the generous support of our community, we're able to give out 5 scholarships of $2,000 each to students who applied from Chesterfield, West Chesterfield, or Spofford. Our community is very generous. Our biggest fundraisers are the pancake breakfast, and our golf tournament will be our 25th year. So again, thank you to our community that is so generous. The students were chosen on their community service, their academics, and their school involvement. And before I read out the 5 names, I just want to say if there's any parents out there that are going to be empty nesters come September, the Lions Club is a great way to give back, so consider joining or checking us out. Our first student is Connor Arinsky. Juna Kamara. Isaac Nelson. Maggie Shepard. And Trinity Williamson.
What a great night. You guys are all getting money, you're graduating from college, and it's going to be summertime. What could be better? My name is Mike Kapeloff, and I'm the son of Edward and Charlotte Kapeloff, and literally my parents beat education into me. So what I did is I set up a scholarship in their name to give to graduating students. The important thing was my mom always wanted to go to college, but a female could not go to college at her time. Her dad said she could be a teacher or a nurse, and she wanted to be in business, and that's what she eventually did. The winner of tonight's scholarship is Ryan Johnson. He's going to school for finance, and he's a smart kid for going for finance, because that's how scholarships grow, is by the investments. Ryan?
Good evening and congratulations to the class of 2024. The Mark Tellier Scholarship was established to honor our son Mark after he passed away unexpectedly in 1998 at 10 years old. It's been many years now, but we're very happy to keep his memory alive with this award. This year, the award is being given to a young woman who is an honor student and has been very active in theater and drama club while at Keene High School. She will be attending the University of New Hampshire to major in theater. We are proud to present the Mark Tellier Memorial Scholarship in the amount of $1,600 to Sierra Quigley.
Good evening and congratulations to the class of 24. My name is Tim Carboni. I missed a few classes in high school on public speaking, so excuse me. Wasn't a speechwriter either. The first award tonight is from the class of 71. That was my class 53 years ago. Some of your parents weren't even born yet. So the credentials were to apply 2 to 4 year school, GPA of 3.0, must present an essay on why they figure they should have it, must have performed extracurricular activity in and out of school, and must have good references. So this year's recipient of the scholarship is an outstanding student and ranked 63rd out of 292, a GPA of 3.786. I don't think I had that in 4 years of high school. Has held 2 part-time jobs, a member of the RAK and the National Art Honors Society, sports, track and field, discus, and shot put. Awards were varsity all 4 years, MVP, captain, qualified for Division I state 3 times, received the Scholarship Athlete Award from New Hampshire, ranked in the top 25 in the state. Study skills, work ethics, outstanding grades, and respect to others of whom she is with and competes against. Studying forensic pathology, phew, I said it, forensic science, this year's recipient, Troya Milat. In case you didn't catch it the first time, my name's Tim Carboni. The second award I'm giving out tonight is the Fiordentino Scholarship, which is from the William Marconi Italian Society. You have to be of Italian origin or married to a person that's of Italian origin. So Mr. Dentino came to this country via Ellis Island, New York, in early 1900s, raised his family in Keene, was a charter member of our society, person of character, and who gave a lot of his personal time to help others. Very proud man, especially of his vegetable garden. When we were growing up, our neighborhood was all Italians, and everybody had a garden, so it was unbelievable. So this year's recipient, you have to have a GPA of 3.0 or higher, proof of acceptance 2 or 4 years, and at least a parent of Italian ancestry. This year's recipient, outstanding student, ranked 64th out of 292, GPA of 3.781. Heritage comes from her mother's side and great-grandparents coming to the States. Wasn't until later in life did she realize the importance of family values of Italian-American culture. As a child, she didn't like eating Italian cookies because they were store-bought, not homemade. She exemplifies all the traits worthy of the scholarship. Is going to attend Hofstra University, major in English. This year's recipient, James Di Maria. In case you didn't catch it the second time, my name's Tim Carboni. I'm giving out my son's scholarship. Matter of fact, the Italian Society one, I think I've been out here, 30 times giving that out. Josh's scholarship, this is the 19th year of doing it. Still sucks. So, Josh passed away at 27. He was a graduate at Keene High School, Bridgeton Academy, Springfield College. He worked in sales, Sunday River Ski Area, and Citadel Communications out of Portland, Maine. Josh excelled in many sports. He played basketball in Recreation League, Keene Middle School, St. Bert at CYO. He dabbled in wrestling his senior year, baseball in youth leagues, senior Babe Ruth. He helped Keene High School win the state championships in '96. The speech is so freaking old, it's unbelievable. You people probably don't remember him because it happened so long ago. But anyways, he graduated from Bridgeton Academy. He was a football player there also. He was also 2.5 years defensive end at Springfield College before injuring his back. He ended up his football career at Monadnock Marauders. In March of '05, Josh was inducted into the New England Football Hall of Fame. Josh had many accomplishments. So before I give this out, I must say it was a joy going out watching the football team this year. I wasn't a speed runner, so it was. I mean, they excelled each time I saw them at a home game. They did very well. And I want to thank the trustees of SAU 29 for the great job they do with the scholarship funds. So this year's recipient is confident, intelligent, and character formed by hard work, commitment, and strong family values. Played baseball 4 years, 2 of varsity, football 3 years, 1 of varsity, golf 1 year. He ranked 50 out of 292, GPA of 3.883. New Hampshire Scholar Athlete graduates with honors, earning A's in all his college prep classes. Pursuing his education in civil engineering. This year's recipient, Aiden Ferris. I thought I spent it. Congratulations. Thank you. All right. Take care. Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Monica Foley. I'm a science teacher here at Keene High School, and I'll be presenting the next 3 awards. The Cliff Lerner Memorial Scholarship honors a student who demonstrates passion and enthusiasm for science and the environment. Cliff Lerner was a science teacher at Keene High School for nearly 30 years, and his legacy of environmental activism and passion for life and learning lives on through this scholarship. This year's recipient is not only a true science scholar, but a passionate environmental steward. I have had the privilege of having this student in class, and to say that she is a hard worker is an understatement. On top of her work ethic, she demonstrates genuine curiosity for learning, asking deep and thought-provoking questions that lead to great conversation and insight. This student has also been a member of the Envirothon team for 2 years, leading Keene High School to top finishes in the state both years. She's a passionate environmentalist, and she is exceptionally articulate. I'm pleased to award the 2024 Cliff Lerner Memorial Scholarship to Yaren Asker, who will continue her studies. She will continue her studies in environmental public policy at UMass Amherst next year. The Robert DeBold Scholarship is awarded to a student who has exhibited academic excellence and passion in the sciences and plans on studying science in the future. This year's recipient is someone who I've had the privilege of having in 2 classes. She loves science, particularly the biological sciences. She's enthusiastic about learning and was consistently a top performer in class. It became obvious during dissections that we conducted in anatomy that she was driven by her curiosity to understand the complexity of the body, and she took great care and detail in these labs to get the most out of the experience. Not many students opt to use the bone cutting tool to remove the brain during the fetal pig dissection, but this student fearlessly went all in. She has high expectations for herself, and she puts in the hard work necessary to achieve those expectations. This year's DeBold Scholarship is awarded to Jackie Tremblay. And Jackie plans on studying neuroscience next year at Salve Regina. Finally, the Justine Arunsky Memorial Scholarship. Justine Arunsky graduated from Keene High School in 2006. She passed away as the result of a car accident on her way home from college in 2008. Justine was a hard worker who gave it her all, whether it was on the swim team or in the classroom. A selfless spirit, Justine had a strong desire to help members of her community also strive for their best. Justine had compassion for all those that she met. She consistently remained positive, even in difficult situations, and looked for the optimistic outcome. Justine held herself to high academic standards and personal goals. She gave to others, had a joyful spirit, and offered care and support to the community. This year's recipient embodies these attributes, and I've had the pleasure of getting to know him both as a student in my class and coaching him on the swim team for 4 years. Congratulations to Leighton Paulson, this year's recipient.
It's really nice to be here. We're doing this scholarship. It's in memory of my wife and Ryan's mom that passed away a few years ago. Judy was a teacher in school, Keene here for over 30 years, phys ed teacher. She was also the Keene High School girls soccer tennis coach, varsity tennis coach. She was a teacher of the year, New Hampshire teacher of the year. And she loves sports, and she loved to play tennis, and her big thing was sportsmanship. That's what she cared about in tennis as well as life. So I'll let Ryan get right on it, and these are two good people.
Yep. Sportsmanship is an aspiration that a sport or activity will be enjoyed for its own sake. This is with proper consideration for fairness, ethics, respect, and a sense of fellowship with one's competitors. These are qualities that all of our applicants showed during their time as student athletes here at Keene High, and we know these attributes will serve our two winners well in their future athletic, professional, and personal endeavors. This year's recipients of the Judy Dobrisky Sportsmanship Award are Aiden Ferris and Trinity Williamson.
Good evening. It is my pleasure to present the Keene High School Field Hockey Booster Club Scholarship Award tonight. Our families, friends, and community members generously help our team raise funds each season. And each year we are able to give back in one more way to our athletes, providing one of them with a scholarship. The Booster Club group looks for an athlete that represents our team, school, and community. They look for how the field hockey program has impacted the athletes' lives, and in turn, how the athletes have impacted their field hockey team. As I said, we've been fortunate to be able to give out one scholarship for the last several years, but this year we have made an exception because these two are an exceptional young women. This year's recipients are Alex Quintaldi. She is attending UVM and playing club field hockey, and Trinity Williamson, who's playing field hockey and attending Simmons College.
Good evening, and congratulations to the class of 24. My name is Amanda Paul, and I'm a board member with the SCORES Running Club. SCORES Running Club invites all runners, regardless of their ability, to be part of a socially based group. Whether you're an elite marathoner, a new runner looking to do their first 5K, or something in between, you'll find a home and a family with us. We serve southwestern New Hampshire and the surrounding communities of Vermont and Massachusetts. Our mission at the Scores Running Club is to recognize and support youth and high school runners with annual scholarships, as well as community support for their efforts and achievements, to promote running as a means for healthier living for both children and adults, to engage the running community in events that support local charities and community services. The Scores Running Club awards 2 athletes, one from Monadnock and one from Keene High. This year's award winner plans to attend University of Vermont in the fall, and the Scores Running Club is proud to award Ella Hoy a $1,000 scholarship. As well as a t-shirt to signify Ella's lifetime membership to the Scores Running Club. Yes. Who needs a t-shirt? You need another t-shirt. Yeah.
How's everyone doing tonight? My name's Ray Boulay, Keene High class of 2009, and currently the varsity basketball coach. It's my pleasure to be here tonight presenting the Boosters Club Award for a special young man. This guy pretty much embodies hard work wherever he goes. If you were here last night, you probably heard his name for a couple of awards. He was the captain of the volleyball team. He was the captain of our team. And I heard once, you know, to be great, you got to fall in love with hard work. And that's just what he does wherever he goes. And I know he'll continue that at WPI next year. So the winner of the KHS Boys Basketball Booster Scholarship, Evan Spindler.
Good evening. My name is Jesse Frank, and I'm representing the Keene High School Girls Cross Country and Track Boosters. I'm joined tonight by McKenna Castor, who was one of last year's scholarship recipients. We're here tonight to present 3 young women with $1,000 scholarships. The criteria for this year's scholarships was for each recipient to have participated in either cross country or track for a minimum of 3 seasons. The student athlete must be accepted into and enrolled in an institution of higher education, must have demonstrated a high degree of dedication to her team on and off the field, and must have been involved in Keene High School cross-country and track community service and fundraising. Each of these 3 students has been recognized as extraordinary athletes, teammates, and community members, and we are honored to present these young women with scholarships as they continue their educational journey. The first up is Lily Hansen. Next is Adi Giello Roy. And third is Ella Hoy. Thank you.
Hello and good evening. I'm Trenton Hill. I'm the current president of the Student Athletic Leadership Council. It is with great honor that I'm able to announce this year's recipients of the SELC Senior Scholarship Award and be part of this great event this evening. Before I give out these scholarships, I'd like to thank these 2 individuals for the work that they have done for SELC and for handing the torch down to me as president. With that being said, this year's recipients of the SELC Senior Scholarship Award is Gavin Rigby and Aiden Tarr.
Good evening. I'm filling in to present the Sweeney Guild Memorial Scholarship. Elliot Guild graduated with the class of 1964. While in school, he played football and ran track. Elliot was a medic during wartime and died from wounds suffered while trying to help a friend. Michael Sweeney also graduated in 1964. He ran track and captained the football team. He died a second lieutenant while leading a patrol. The Sweeney Guild Memorial Scholarship is awarded each year to a senior athlete who, by his or her example and actions on and off the field, is a credit to our school and to the memory of Elliot and Michael. This year's recipient is Isaac Nelson.
Congratulations to all of you. I just have to say how wonderful it is to hear you all cheer each other on. That's wonderful. My name is Jill Truslow. I'm a former art teacher in Keene, and I'm thrilled to be giving 2 awards tonight. The first is in place of Sue Doyle in honor of her mother, Mildred Calder Kilgore. The MCK Art Outreach Project was funded in 2001. Since then, the project has given $1,000 and $2,000 scholarships to graduating seniors at Keene High. Recipients must be continuing their education in some field of the arts, such as fine art, furniture design, fashion design, digital art, and printmaking. This year's scholarship award goes to a student who will attend Drexel University in Philadelphia as an architecture major. It is my pleasure to present this award for $2,000 to Elizabeth Bodnar. For this award, I represent the Monadnock Area Artists Association, known for its Art in the Park every year, Labor Day weekend, the proceeds from which enable us to give a scholarship to a graduating senior from Keene High who plans to pursue art in college. This year's scholarship goes to Zoe Rutledge, who will attend the Massachusetts College of Art and Design as an illustration major. Congratulations.
All right. Congratulations, class of 2024. I hope you're all doing well tonight. I'm Sophia Weissop. I'm the president of this year's National Art Honor Society, as well as Benjamin Etzweiler, who is here with us tonight as our new vice president. Our advisor, once again, was Ms. Perry. We were lucky to have 51 members strong this year, with 39 who met the criteria for induction. The KHS National Art Honor Society #1 mission is to provide a scholarship to a graduating senior who will be majoring in visual arts after high school. This year, we were able to provide 2 $1,800 scholarships from our fundraising efforts in order to select a deserving recipient. And we asked our applicants to respond to the following quote by Frida Kahlo with an original artwork and written explanation. The quote was, "I never paint dreams or nightmares, I paint my reality." The first applicant whose response best depicted this quote was Blue Bush, whose illustration titled Second Thoughts beautifully captured their eternal thoughts. I'm also excited to announce that our second applicant, Zoe Rutledge. Zoe's work stood out with its bright colors and schoolyard stickers, highlighting an important reality. Congratulations to Blue Bush and Zoe Rutledge. I wish you both best of luck. Len Herbert passed away in 2002 after a long illness. Len was a graduate of Keene High, class of 1975. Len loved and appreciated all the arts. He loved to draw and write, played a guitar. In discussions with his family prior to his passing, Len expressed interest and satisfaction in knowing the scholarship would be established in his name. The recipient of this award is an incredible talented student who will attend Drexel University and study architecture. I'm pleased to announce this year's recipient is Elizabeth Bodnar.
Hello, everybody. I'm presenting the Norma Jane Seyfert Art Scholarship. This award is awarded to a student from Keene High School who will be pursuing a career in fine arts. This recipient is selected by the art department. The student has proved they're incredibly dedicated and passionate about the arts. They're going to go far with their passion. I am pleasured to announce the recipient of this year's award, Blue Bush. And then this one is the Justin Salt Memorial Art Scholarship. The Justin F. Salt Memorial Art Scholarship is for a deserving individual who has a great love for art. When Justin started his career at Keene High School, he began to find his passion for all works of art using different skills and media to achieve perfection. Justin was a talented artist while majoring in fine arts and graphic design at Plymouth State University. He was skilled in drawing, photography, graphic design, screen printing, and many areas of art. Through generous contributions to this fund, the Salt family is able to present this scholarship to an individual who shares this great love for art. I am pleased to announce this year's recipient is Blue Bush.
Congratulations to the class of 2024. My name is Bill Fenton, and I'd like to start by saying that our family are strong supporters of public education. Both our daughter Katie and our son Donovan are Keene High graduates. The Fenton Family Scholarship is granted to graduating seniors who demonstrate perseverance, integrity throughout their educational years while supporting their school and local community. These recipients have shown commitment to and determination and plan on attending both 2- and 4-year colleges. The Fenton family has chosen the recipients from the class of 24. Each recipient was awarded $2,000. We hope your college experience is challenging and will nurture you, enable you to reach your highest goals. And the 3 recipients are Savannah Evans, Callie Janish, and Lillian Prouty. Congratulations, Savannah. Here you go. Congratulations. Lillian, congratulations.
Sorry, we were looking for the next presenter. I have the honor of filling in for the Catherine Cole Educational Fund. Catherine Cole was a science teacher here at Keene High. She had particular strengths in assisting students who were struggling learners. This year's scholarship goes to Savannah Lee.
Good evening and congratulations, class of 2024. My name is Hope Lothrop. I'm from Nelson, and I am giving out the Nelson Ladies Aid Award Scholarship. We set up this scholarship just prior to us disbanding, but it is a self-sustaining scholarship, and it goes to any Nelson resident, but we have changed it now because Nelson Elementary School now takes on Sullivan students. So we have expanded our reach to include any child that has attended and graduated from the Nelson Elementary School. And it isn't just an academic need, it's all of the needs, a well-rounded individual. And from what we have learned of this young lady, she meets all of those qualifications. This year's $750 award goes to Troya Malott.
Good evening and congrats to the class of 2024. I am here to present on the behalf of the Drama Club the Gene Nelson Scholarship Award. It is rewarded to a graduating senior who excels in the area of tech and technical theater. It is my pleasure to give this award to Sierra Quigley.
Good evening, everyone. On behalf of the Westmoreland School Board, I would like to say congratulations to the Keene High School graduating class of 2024. Each year, the Westmoreland School Board receives, reviews, and approves scholarship applications from seniors who live in Westmoreland, attend Keene High School, and have plans for pursuing a post-high school education. This year, we are pleased to award scholarships to Riley Day, Anna Hildreth, and Lucille Royce. Why don't you hang out with me for a minute or so, okay? Riley's goal is to make her mark in the male-dominated field of mechanical engineering. She has not only focused her education on this career path, but has been working as a machinist to build a solid foundation of real-time experience. Anna has been an honor student and an athlete and looks to continue both in college. She understands the hard work of building a family business and staying flexible to pivot when life's path winds through its twists and turns. Lucille is the personification of perseverance. She hasn't let expectations box her in. She learned to advocate for herself, and she has worked hard to make her dreams into her reality, all of which has her headed to college in a few short months. Reading through this year's applications, it was clear that these young women are focused, driven, and already know how much hard work pays off. Ladies, please know you are truly amazing. Congratulations to you, and best of luck in your future educational, professional, and personal endeavors.
Good evening. Congratulations to the class of 2024, and congratulations to the family and friends who are here to support you tonight. The Westmoreland PTA is particularly proud of the fundraising efforts we do every year. They work on awarding 2 scholarships, but due to the generosity of our community, we actually are awarding 3 scholarships this evening. The first person is Jet Gidza. Andrew Prock. And last is Grayson Smith.
Hi, I'm Bill Gillard, the president of the Keene Education Association, which is the teachers union here at Keene High School, or Keene School District. So we, through the teachers' donations and teacher dues, we offer 2 $1,000 scholarships annually, one to a student whose parent is a member, and the other to a student who's going on to study education. So the first scholarship, this recipient will be attending the University of Tampa to study psychology, Mia Gates. And And the second recipient will be attending Gordon College to study chemistry and a master's degree in education, Bailey Hunley.
Hello, everyone. My name is Chelsea Bond, and I am the advisor of Keene High School Student Council. Student Council is a student-run organization that hosts events during the school year to help cultivate and support a positive school culture. Members of Keene High Student Council are leaders in their school community. I'm very proud of their contributions to our school. It is my pleasure to award the Keene High School Student Council Scholarship to the following 8 students. First, Chase Johnson. Sierra Quigley. Deepu Pittaparthi. Sophie Martin. Alex Dumont. Nolan Sibley. Catherine Guo. And Lillian Charlefour.
Hello, I'm Jessica Russ, the School Counseling Director, and I'll be presenting the next few awards. The Apply New Hampshire Scholarship is awarded to a student for participating in New Hampshire's college application campaign, recognized as Apply New Hampshire Day, and is sponsored by Granite Advance. This $500 scholarship goes to Lillian Charlefour. The Margaret Ackerman Scholarships are presented in memory of Margaret Ackerman, who taught Latin at Keene High School for many years. This year's recipients are Jet Giza, Charlotte Harris, and Nolan Sibley. The Francis Strickland Memorial Scholarship was created to help support a resident of Marlow who will attend a New Hampshire college or technical school. This year's award goes to Mason Conley. The Susan T. Scioto Memorial Scholarship was created by her family and friends to honor the memory of Mrs. Scioto and her work as a teacher and an advocate for education. The scholarship is intended to assist college-bound students who meet the selection criteria and possess the values that Mrs. Scioto stood for and aspired to instill in her students. This recipient of this year's award is Maggie Shepard. The Jane Lynn Hornby Fox Scholarship is awarded to a senior to assist him or her in higher education. Mrs. Hornby Fox was a talented soprano singer, so this annual award goes to students who are interested in studying music. This year's award is presented to Chase Johnson.
Hi, I'm Kristen Stroshine, and I have the next several scholarships. The first one is the Friends of Chesterfield School Scholarship. The Friends of Chesterfield School Scholarship will be awarded to 2 students this year. These students attended Chesterfield School and were selected based on merit of their application and essay. Congratulations to Connor Arinsky and Trinity Williamson. The Godfrey F. Klein Memorial Scholarship is awarded to a graduating senior who has been accepted to an accredited college. This year's scholarship amount is $1,000, and the recipient is Azalea Houle. The Lake Bedding Family Scholarship is awarded to a graduate of Keene High School. The fund is administered by New Hampshire Charitable Foundation. The recipient was chosen based on academic achievement and participation in school and community activities. The recipient is Bailey Hunley. The Jacob Lickman Scholarship was established for a deserving Keene High School senior. He stated that the recipient shall be a young person of high ideals and marked promise. I am pleased to present this award to a student who certainly meets this criteria, Elizabeth Bodnar. And lastly, for me this evening, is the Elwell Family Scholarship. It was established in a celebration of the Keene High School education of Kristen, Brent, and Bethany Elwell, and their parents, Ned and Mary Lou Elwell, and other donors. This recipient is Lucas Wilbur. Thank you.
I will. All right, I just wanted to make sure everybody could see me. Thank you. All right. Good evening. I'm Jenny McKay, and I am the Blue House Assistant Principal, and you get to listen to me read the next 10 scholarships. So our very first one is the Dr. Homer Ash Memorial, and this is awarded to a senior who has demonstrated a willingness to work hard at his or her studies, has a concern for the well-being of the community, and was active in Boy or Girl Scouts. Please join me in congratulating Samuel Petit. All right, the next scholarship is the Gertrude Rousseau Memorial Scholarship, which was established in 1984. Mrs. Rousseau was a lifelong resident of Keene who graduated from Keene High School at the age of 16. For a period of 40 years, she was employed in the area in various legal positions. This scholarship is awarded to a student interested in pursuing a career in a legal or health-related field. The recipient of this year's award is Emily Croto. All right, the next one is the Keene Women's Club. The Keene Women's Club is a philanthropic organization founded in 1920. Tonight, on their behalf, I'd like to recognize a young lady who, through her hard work, dedication, and community spirit, has demonstrated the qualities our club holds dear. She is the first in her family to graduate high school and go on to college. This scholarship is in recognition of her academic excellence, character, commitment, and a potential to make a positive impact in the world. She has shown a remarkable ability to balance personal achievement with contributions to the community. She has had to grow up and fend for herself at a very young age. It is with my great honor to present this scholarship to Trinity Williamson. All right, Class of 1942 Scholarship. In celebration of its 50th reunion, the Keene High School graduating class of 1942 established a trust fund for a student who demonstrates a willingness to work hard at his or her studies, a concern for the well-being of the community, and an intention to pursue further education. Please join me in congratulating this year's recipient, Owen Crank. All right, the next one is the Marlboro School Scholarship Fund Award that goes to a student living in Marlboro who is continuing their education after high school. This year's recipient is Gemma Pierce. Congratulations, Gemma. Okay, the Marlboro School Board is proud to present this $600 scholarship to a student from Marlow who will attend a New Hampshire school for their post-secondary education. Congratulations to Mason Conley. Where am I at? I have so many of these. Here we go. All right. The Greater Manchester Black Scholarship Foundation. It was established in 1974 with the vision that every child is entitled to funding for higher education regardless of race, gender, national origin, or religious belief. Since 1974, the GMBSF has awarded over 300 scholarships to New Hampshire students. Today, we are proud to give this award to 4 deserving students at Keene High School who have demonstrated academic excellence, financial need, a commitment to their community, and good character. We join your families and friends in celebrating this wonderful achievement. Congratulations and best wishes for your future to Catherine Guo, Jennifer Guo, Savannah Evans, and Trinity Williamson. All right, the Keene Association of Principals and Supervisors Scholarship is awarded to a Keene High School senior who has a parent employed by the Keene School District. The recipients are selected by the administrators at Keene High School. This year's recipients are Bryn Gianferrari and Mia Gates. The H. Charles Laracy Educational Golf Tournament Memorial Scholarship is awarded to a graduating student who will major in education or teaching. It is renewable for 3 years for a total of $8,000. This year's recipient will attend Fitchburg State University to study elementary education. Please join me in congratulating Caitlin Stout. All right, my last one, this is the Kingsbury Fund Scholarship. This is an award of $1,000 for each year of 4 years to a student likely to excel in math, engineering, or the sciences. Please join me in congratulating this year's recipient, Junya Komora.
I'll just go with it, maybe. Good evening. I'm Greg Amend, and I'm a mess. I'm one of the assistant principals here at Keene High School. Congratulations to the seniors. I may be out of order now. Okay.
You don't have to leave.
Oh, I'm wondering what's going on. We will make it out of here as long as we don't have another fire drill. Just 1 second so I can be organized here. The first scholarship I'm presenting tonight is the Allison Higgy Wilson Scholarship. This scholarship is awarded to honor the memory of Allison Higgy Wilson, her accomplishments, and her dreams. The scholarship goes to a student who has participated in Keene High cheerleading and who is continuing on to post-secondary education. This year's recipient is Aaliyah Tacey. Congratulations. Thank you. Everything is just falling over tonight. You know, I had told myself it'll be all right when I come up here tonight as long as I don't become a meme, but I think I'm slowly getting to that spot. All right, trying to continue on. The Philip E. Pratt Scholarship is awarded to a graduating senior from Winchester who will enter a science or health-related field. This year's recipient will study environmental studies and conservation biology at St. Lawrence University. Excuse me. Congratulations to Beckley Worcester. The Ball and Wixon Family Scholarships. These scholarships are awarded to seniors who are pursuing a post-secondary education. Selection of this award is based on academic improvement and a desire to better him or herself. Tonight's recipients are Cadence Manuel and Jonathan Veith. The Ashley Law Joyal Scholarship is awarded to a deserving member of this year's senior class who is going on to post-secondary school. I am pleased to announce the recipient of this year's award, Aiden Tarr. All right, the next award is the 2024 KHS Girls Basketball Boosters Leadership Award. The recipient of the Girls Basketball Boosters Leadership Award embodies the true definition of a captain. She works hard every day on and off the court to make sure that her team is prepared. While senior season was more challenging than anticipated this year, she approached it with an open mind and a drive to keep her team fighting for the same goal. She has a heart of gold and the respect of every player on the court and every fan in the stands. She is the team braider, and for that may have to stay back for just one more season. She wrote in her essay that, I quote, "I found joy in creating a comfortable environment for my young teammates. And I discovered I could obtain respect for others while still treating them with love as equals." She leads by example, and she always aims to do her best. We will miss dearly yelling her name when the three swishes in our gym, but we will be forever grateful for the love that she has had for basketball and for the support of her team. This year's recipient of the $500 scholarship on behalf of the KHS Girls Booster Club plans to attend Wheaton College, where she will be playing lacrosse. She will be greatly missed by her teammates and fans at KHS, but we wish her success in the next chapter of her life. We are honored to present the 2024 scholarship to Ivy Keating. The Charlotte A. Doherty Memorial Award is given annually in memory of a former Keene High School counselor, Charlotte A. Doherty. This year's recipient is Benjamin Robichaud. The Keene Memorial Fund Scholarship is administered by the SAU 29 trustees of trust funds and is comprised of numerous gifts previously made in memory of loved ones or to celebrate special occasions. The recipient this year, Owen Crank. The Charles A. Napoli Memorial is presented in memory of a former Keene High School principal, Charles A. Napoli. This year's recipient, Ava Streed. The Karen Henricks Memorial. Karen was a 1968 graduate of Kennewick High School in Kennewick, Washington. She received her bachelor's degree in early childhood education from Washington State University and her associate's degree in dental hygiene from the University of New England. She passed away on December 20th, 2010, doing what she loved most, living her life to the fullest. Whether it was skiing down a slope, hitting a golf ball, kayaking, meeting with her book club, or caring for her hygiene patients, her spark and vitality were always present. I am pleased to present this scholarship to Brooke Ells.
Good evening. My name is George Downing. I'm the chair of the Keene Board of Education. On behalf of the Keene Board of Education, congratulations to all of tonight's recipients. If you've been following the program, you know that I am it, and then you get to go home. The remainder of these scholarships are managed by the trustees. They are selected by the high school's scholarship committee and presented by the school board. Jenny, isn't there a script for these? Thank you. The Maurice Alger Scholarship. The Maurice Alger Scholarship, administered by the trustees of the City of Keene, is presented to a student who will represent Keene High School and the City of Keene well. Scholastic standing is not the only requirement. General all-around qualifications are also considered. This year's recipient of the $7,500 award is Cameron Quayle. The Jan Vanden Beemt Scholarship. The Jan Vanden Beemt Junior Scholarship is awarded to a senior who demonstrates academic achievement and ambition with plans to pursue higher education. This award is generously gifted by former teacher Mr. Vanden Beemt in hopes of helping a senior pursue their post-secondary goals. The scholarship is for $5,000 per year for 2 years for a total of $10,000. Congratulations to this year's recipient, Abigail Bradley. The Albert and Pearl Hilton Scholarship Fund. The Albert and Pearl Hilton Scholarship is presented to a student who has achieved good grades during their high school and who has made significant contributions to their school, community, or church. This scholarship entitles the recipient to an annual award of $6,000 per year for 4 years of his or her education, for a total of $24,000. I'm happy to present the Albert and Pearl Hilton Scholarship to Beckley Worcester. The Fuller Bartlett Fund Scholarships are presented annually to Keene High School students based on specific criteria. The students must be residents of Keene, rank scholastically in the top 1/3 of their class, and be accepted to an accredited school or college. A scholarship committee screens applicants and submits names to the Keene Board of Education for approval. The scholarships are $5,000 this first year and are renewable up to 3 years for a total of $20,000. The following are the 7 students selected for Fuller Bartlett scholarships in 2024. Sam Bergeron, Elena Mitchell, Graham Ormerod, Didipya Pidaparthi, Cameron Quayle, Zoe Rutledge, and Madison Schmidt. I now return you to Dr. Gallagher to close out the evening.
To bring the night to a close, graduates, I'd like to give you the opportunity to thank your parents and our donors, please. For those of you, again, I do apologize on behalf of the fire alarms. That wasn't planned. That concludes our service ceremony, I guess. Thank you. And people can feel free to exit. Thank you for attending tonight. Hey, Aiden Tar, could you come up here real quick, please?